Hi everyone, I gave myself 24 hours to build a brand new Minecraft server. And the server I wanted to build was a lifesteal. Surprisingly, lifesteals are still insanely popular, and it's time the crazy community gets on board with it. I've done lifesteal tutorials in the past, and they've always been popular too. When it's complete, I'm going to be connecting this server to the crazy SMP and begin building a network. So if you want to join and play on this Lifesteal SMP, then the IP will be in the description of this video. And if you enjoy these types of tutorials, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what server I should make next. But anyways, enough talking, let's get to work. Alright guys, so it's been a couple of hours since I started the project, and I just wanted to give you guys an update on where I'm currently at. So this is the spawn area I have started. You might have noticed that this is looking very similar to what we see on the crazy SMP. Fun fact is I've actually put both the Lifesteal and the crazy SMP servers on the same proxy. So if I type /server S5, it actually takes us back to crazy SMP. And then if we type /server LS, it takes us to the Lifesteal. So I would like to create this all within a hub and not have them all as separate servers, because I think, you know, for us to expand back into the realms of Lifesteals would be really cool as well. But I just want to kind of go over some of the thoughts I'm having in my head before I continue doing any work. So what I've done so far really is just copy a lot of the plugins over from the crazy SMP and then copy a lot of the configuration files as well, just as a foundation for this Lifesteal server. I made myself a cool little text. It says crazy SMP. I think it looks pretty cute. And I've gone with the same box spawn area that we have on the SMP. So the way this is going to work is it's going to be a PvP box, and I'm going to set up an automated mine like you would see on a prison server to automatically regenerate this box with grass. So players who are here will be able to fight each other. They'll be able to damage the area, end crystals, all of that good stuff. And then the entire area will wipe and regenerate automatically every 10 to 15 minutes, just like we have on the SMP. I feel like a lot of people are going to copy me, or they'll say things like, this spawn is exactly like the SMP, this is unoriginal, but this is just a template at the moment. It's just a working concept that I'm trying to get going. But I've gone here and just dug out the entire cube, as you can see, and now I've got a whole bunch of sand. So what I've been doing is actually trying to create an area out of sand so that it can look more natural. So for example, here you can see that we run into a bit of mountain here. So we're going to need to basically cut that off, smooth it out, so that this area looks more natural. The actual box will be fully made of grass, and then the area above will actually be a mine full of air. So the grass will automatically regenerate, and then the air will automatically regenerate as well. And I was actually talking to my staff team, and I came up with some really unique ideas to this server as well. So as I said, it's going to be a lifesteal, but lifesteals are very overkill, and they've been done a million times before. In fact, this isn't even the first lifesteal server we've launched on the crazy SMP network. So one of the things I think about when it comes to lifesteals is, for players who have a longer playtime, they're going to have an advantage over other players. And I want to make this as fair as possible for all players. The other issue is, when players have a long playtime, they're usually fully kitted out, and they might get bored because there's nothing else to do. There's not too much of a challenge other than just farming noobs or players who just joined for the first time. I want to have the server be both an experience for new players and experience and, you know, players with a high playtime. So I'm actually going to be introducing a unique feature to the server, and that is, after every hour of playtime, you will by default lose 1 heart. And I think this is a really good feature because it means players who have a high level of playtime will still need to go out and farm hearts, and it'll still prompt people to return to spawn, return to PvP, and engage in PvP. It means that if you have a full set of hearts, which is most likely going to be about 20 hearts, but if you have a full set of hearts, you know, you haven't just won yet. You know, you still have a chance to lose them. And it means that players can't just burrow away in their bases or hide in their bases and not come out to fight, because every hour of playtime they receive, they'll lose a heart. And I think this is one of the really unique features on the server that's going to make it interesting. In fact, I've already actually started it. So if we take a look at the reward structure, we have all the ranks in place. Yep, there's quite a few of them. So these are all time-based ranks. And we also have a sub-heart reward. So this will reward you every hour with a sub-heart. So we can actually force this on us using light playtime rewards. So if you just type /LPR, it'll bring up the menu. And then the command we want to type is give reward 14, that's the ID, cats 1. You have been playing for 1 hour, so we have removed 1 heart. Kill another player or craft a heart to get it back. So you can see at the moment, at the bottom of my screen, I have 24 hearts. And if I execute the command again, I have 23 hearts. And again, and again. And eventually, if you do nothing, then you'll run out of hearts. It also kind of deters players from just AFKing in their base as well. Because let's say hypothetically you AFK for 20 hours or a full day, you're going to come back to your computer and you're going to be eliminated from the server. But yeah, that's basically it for what I've done so far. Like I said, just a quick update. The next things I want to do is continue working on the spawn area, configure the Lifesteal plugin, configure a bunch of other plugins, and just work on making the server more unique and interesting. I'm going to be sharing screenshots and update progresses on my Discord as well, so I can get feedback from the players. So if you're not already a member of my personal Discord, then you should join, and also join the Crazy SMP Discord as well. But yeah, let's get on with it. I'll be back with you guys with my next update in a couple of hours. So I've made a few more adjustments to the arena, and I think it's finally ready. So you can see I have pushed the mountain back and turned it into a more natural looking thing. I used World Edit, the Naturalize tool, and I think it just kind of opens up the area a little bit more. So for each region, we've set up a World Guard region. If you type /RG info, you can see I'm currently in the bedrock box as well as the spawn area. So the bedrock box is this area here, and then the area above here would be the air area plus the spawn as well. We've got a spawn area as well, which spans, you know, a couple hundred blocks that way, a couple hundred blocks that way. And that basically means players can't build within the area, which will keep the spawn nice and clean. They can only build within this little box area, which will automatically reset. So for this area here, for this region, this is the bedrock box. Players can PvP, interact with the area, all that good stuff. Same with over here as well. And if we type /RG info air, you can see I've set up the PvP flag and the build flag. And if I do the same thing for the bedrock box, you can see I have the same thing set up. For the spawn, however, /RG info spawn, you can see I've set just a few more things. So fall damage is denied, which means when players jump from the platform, they won't die. Bob spawning denied, wither damage denied, creeper damage denied. And I've got a greeting and a farewell flag as well. And then for the rest of the region, the build is also set to deny. You'll notice here that the spawn is set to a priority of 1, and these two areas are set to a priority of 2. And that basically means that these two regions override the entire spawn area. So even though we have one here that says, you know, PvP is allowed and build is denied, this one here says build is allowed, and 2 is greater than 1. So therefore, building is allowed in these areas, even though it falls between the two. Hopefully that makes sense. So the way we're resetting these areas is using mines. So the plugin we're using is called Kata Mines, which is a really awesome plugin that's primarily used for prison-related servers. But if I do /CM list, you can see I have 2 regions or 2 mines already set up. One for the spawn box and then one for the air. So if we go CM info spawn, you can see that we've set it to automatically reset every 600 seconds. We have global warmings disabled. However, if you're within 200 blocks of the area, you'll get the warnings. And the warnings come, you know, 60 seconds before it resets, 10 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and 1 second. And then we have the same kind of thing set up for air. So on air, we actually have the warnings completely disabled, which means you won't get them at all. And this will reset every 600 seconds as well. So basically, when you restart the server, each of the timings will reset. So they'll fall on the exact same times every 600 seconds or every 10 minutes. So all you really need is a warning for one of them and not a warning for two of them. But basically, the warning will say, the spawn is resetting in 1 minute, 10 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And then when it resets, both, this area up here is reset, as well as everything within this cube. One of the other things we've done is updated the server to 1.19 as well. So we're actually still playing technically on 1.18, but people who are on 1.19 can also join the server. As you can see here, I am on Minecraft version 1.19, and you can see I don't have smooth textures on, which makes this area look a little bit weird. So guys, final update. I think the server is finally done at this point. So let me show you some of the changes I have made. So we've got all of our NPCs at the spawn here. We have our little help dude. Jump in the PV pit below to test your skills, to explore the wild, blah, 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 blah. Kill a player to gain a heart, die to lose a heart. Max hearts is 20, and by default, you will lose 1 heart every hour of playtime. So the way we set this up is using NPCs or citizens. So if we type /NPC select, that will select this one over here. This is our little help bot. And if we type NPC command, you can see now that when I right click this NPC, it'll run the help command. So we've set one of these up for all of these different NPCs. So each NPC will run a different command. So this one runs the help one. This one runs our custom heart crafting recipe. So when you right click it, it'll pop this up, and this will be the recipe in order to craft a heart. So 4 obsidian, 2 gold blocks, 2 diamonds, and 1 crazy shard. And that all gives you 1 heart. We also have our shard converter over here, which is similar to the SMP. So these are all the prices to turn into shards. And last but not least, we have our dodgy deals. So with the dodgy deals, you can buy yourself a heart for 8 shards, or TNT, end crystals, totems, golden apples, and even an enchanted golden apple. So those are the deals we have going at the moment. These ones are subject to change, of course, as well. So we might change them up, depending on how the players react. We also have this NPC here, which is not doing anything at the moment. This will most likely be the thing that takes us back to the hub or the lobby. And last but not least, we also have the random teleport NPC here as well, which will throw us somewhere into the wild. Also, the first time you join the server, you'll receive the kit tools. So in the kit tools, you'll receive a whole bunch of iron armor, iron tools, a shield, a bed, some food, and a sack of shards. So when you right click with the sack of shards, it'll give you some crazy shards. And then you can go ahead and convert your crazy shards into balance as well, just like on the SMP. So you can see here I have $2,100. You can see here when I type /withdraw, it'll give me 1 shard and it'll take $100 out of my balance. So if we type /balance, you can see now my balance is lower and I have the shards in my inventory. So the reason for this balance transfer thing is due to the auction house. So here players can buy and sell whatever items they want. If you type /rewards, these are all the in-game ranks on the server. So you start off with the noob rank and work your way up. So the higher rank you get, the more perks you get. For example, in the hunter rank, you get 1 warp set. Gladiator has 10 things you can sell on the auction house. Heroes 4 set homes. Mercenary is chat color yellow, and so on and so forth. We also have the reward here for the sub heart. So every hour you will lose a heart, and this one is on a continuous loop. We've also set up a kit fight. So players, if they die, can just get a quick set of armor, jump down into the pit, and engage in PvP. So these are all the plugins we have on the server. Crafting store, custom this, custom that. I think the most interesting stuff that really happens is within the script plugin. So if we go look at script, we've got 3 main scripts. We've got our health, our rules, and our shards. So for the shards, this is if you right click on a bundle, then you'll receive a random number of shards from 1 to 4. If you right click with the shard, it'll give you $100. And if you type /withdraw and you have enough money, it'll take $100 out of your inventory and give you a shard in return. We also have the health plugin. So I've kind of recoded the lifesteal commands because I don't like the way the lifesteal commands were. So this is what the console will type when you withdraw a heart. And then I've also gone and created my own custom heart item. which is a red die, which will give you 1 health whenever you execute the command. The transplant is equivalent to LS withdraw, so that'll take a heart out of you and give you a physical heart instead. And the minimum you can have is 5. So if you have 5 hearts or less, then you can't do the transplant command because we don't want players to farm hearts essentially. And we don't want to accidentally have like 1 heart and then do the transplant and then you get banned accidentally. And then last but not least, we also have our rule set up. So that's pretty much it for the server. I'm really happy with how it has turned out. I hope it's functional and playable. I haven't tested it out yet with other people, so I don't really know if the whole lifesteal functionality is going to work, but I hope it does, I guess. And yeah, I'll be releasing this server on my network, the Crazy SMP, so I'll be linking them together. But what I also need to actually create is a hub server, so a third server. Because when you join the SMP, it takes you onto the, SMP. It doesn't actually take you onto, the Lifesteal or any other servers. It always by default brings you to this server. So we actually need to change it by default so that it brings you to a hub server. And then when you're in the hub, you can connect to both the SMP or the Lifesteal, depending on what you want. But yeah, for now, if we just type /server_ls, it'll bring you to the Lifesteal. And that brings us here. So like I said, that's probably going to be it for this video. I'm very happy with the work that I've managed to do in 24 hours or less. And if you guys have enjoyed this little video as well, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll definitely be doing more development videos like this in the future. And of course, if you want a chance to play on this server as well, you can. The IP will be in the description. But now I need to go ahead and make myself a hub. So that'll probably be the next video. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. It's been your boy Cats. I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.